back to my channel, and in this video we're going to talk about 10 romantic habits of a soft but high maintenance woman, because yes, you can be both. And we're not talking about some dramatic for sport type high maintenance. This is the kind where you have actual standards, where you like pretty things and you start treating your life like it deserves attention. And these are tiny little habits that you can easily start tonight, even if your life feels a bit chaotic right now. And they're all clear, short and straight to the point. And if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking for my notepad. And when I say soft in this video, what I mean by that is you're not living in fight or flight mode 24/7, and you let yourself enjoy small luxuries, slow evenings and quiet little rituals that are suited to you and who you truly are. And high maintenance online on social media tends to have this narrative of being the baddie aesthetic, where you're 24/7 done up, you have a strict schedule as they call it, but that's not what I'm talking about here. When I say high maintenance, what I mean is it's not being impossible to please, it's about maintaining a high standard for how you treat yourself and the things that you'll accept. And I'm not talking about in relationships, I'm talking about in general in your own life. And romantic habits, they also have nothing to do with dating, relationships, love, except self-love. What I mean by that is the romantic habits are the small, repeated things that you do that make your life feel a bit like a film instead of a to-do list. Because on my channel, if you haven't noticed, we talk a lot about making your life feel like movie scenes. So here are the 10 habits that you can steal if you want. And habit number 1 of a soft but high maintenance woman is that she sets a getting ready window, not just a getting dressed window. And this can mean instead of just throwing your clothes on 5 minutes before you leave the house, this is where she gives herself a proper window of time to wash, to do her skincare, do makeup if you like to wear makeup, to make sure your hair is brushed and presentable, and to make sure you spray some perfume. And this routine of getting dressed doesn't have to be some 20-step skincare routine, a perfectly curated outfit or any of that nonsense that you see online. This just means that it's a simple routine that suits you and your life and the time that you can give to it, and that it's not rushed. It's as simple as that. And that just means treating the whole preparation as part of the experience and not just as some inconvenience that you have to get out of the way every day. Habit number 2 is having a signature evening drink, and I'm not talking about alcohol unless that's your thing, but this could be something as simple as tea in a nice mug, some sparkling water in a fancy wine glass, or even a mocktail that you've perfected on your own. The habit just is that every evening you have one consistent drink in a nice glass or a mug that signals to your nervous system that you're off duty now. Habit number 3 is that a high maintenance woman dresses for her own eye, even at home. She doesn't dress for anyone else. She doesn't care what's trending. She doesn't care what she's supposed to wear, and she certainly doesn't care about age and what society says she should wear. She never ever dresses for the male gaze. What she does is think of things like matching pyjamas, beautifully soft socks that feel so good against your skin. It can be a pretty house coat, or dressing gown as a lot of people call it. it's just a satin scrunchie over a stretched out old elastic. It's the simple things, because this habit is about having one thing that you wear at home that feels intentionally pretty. And again, pretty to you, not pretty to the online world. And habit number 4 is keeping one tiny corner beautiful, no matter the chaos that's going on. This could be something like a tray on your dressing table that holds your perfumes. It could be keeping your bedside table neat and tidy. It could be making sure the throw at the end of your bed is folded. A candle set out. It doesn't have to be anything huge or expensive or even aesthetic. It just has to be something that you can look at every day, that grounds you, that reminds you of the things that you like, reminds you of your standards. Habit number 5 is treating scent like an accessory and not just an afterthought. Me personally, I like to layer my scents. This will be my shower gel, then my body lotion, a body mist, a hair perfume, and then my main perfume. I love to layer these, make sure that the scents complement one another, because it gives you your own unique scent that no one else has. And this habit just signifies again that you have a signature scent moment before you're going to bed or before you're going out. And it doesn't matter if no one else will notice, it's about you, because like that, when I'm going to bed at night, no one's seeing that, no one's smelling my signature moment but me, and that's what matters. Number 6, the high maintenance woman romanticises the unseen moments. This is the moments like when you're doing your skincare, the moments no one sees, when you're alone at home and you're taking your time to do your skincare with a nice playlist playing in the background. You have your nice dressing gown on, it's just you and that moment. And it can be something as simple as brushing your hair slowly with a nice hairbrush, folding your clothes for tomorrow so that you know you don't have to rush in the morning. And this habit is just about, instead of rushing through your night, it can be that you see these as part of the ritual of being a woman who takes care of herself and doesn't see these things as chores to punish herself with, where she's lying on the couch saying to herself, I'll give myself 10 more minutes of slouching here and then I'll go and get this done, as if it's something she has to get out of the way. No, a soft but romantic high maintenance woman sees these things as soft rituals that she deserves. And touching upon that, habit number 7 is having a soft reset playlist. This is where you have a list of songs or music types that you can put on whenever you're feeling a bit messy or chaotic inside, and they just remind you of the moments that you've romanticised, like for instance doing your skincare, brushing your hair, getting ready for bed. These things help your nervous system to remember the calm moments, the good, and they can actually help to ground you. For me, I love to listen to some old love songs, some soft R&B, slow classics, or movie soundtracks from my favourite movies. I have playlists of this coming soon. But one of the the artist I'm listening to lately is Aretha Franklin. I'm listening to her a lot. I just love the slow vibe of her music. It's very cinematic. So the habit here is just to remind yourself that music has a purpose. It can change the mood. It can change the mood of the room, of your own nervous system, instead of just being noise that's going on in the background. Habit number 8 is writing tiny notes to yourself, and I'm not talking about deep journaling. personally, I'm not into journaling. I find it very tedious and I don't really find it works for me. So instead what I do is I'll maybe write 1 or 2 lines in a beautiful notebook that I keep beside my bed, and I'll just maybe write things like what felt good today, what did I do that I felt proud of, what have I got to look forward to. It's just simple things like that. This is just to remind yourself of the good parts of life, and it's not the whole each night write 3 things you're grateful for. Again, personally, those sort of things are not for me. Writing gratitude lists doesn't work for me. If it works for you, then continue to do that, but personally I prefer to write of things that have actually occurred, just to remind me that how well I'm doing, how far I've come. Habit number 9 is planning tomorrow with a gentle hand. So instead of writing a huge list of what needs done, a soft but high maintenance woman will write and pick 3 things that matter most. The whole purpose of this habit is not to bully yourself with productivity, telling yourself you must get this or that done. Instead, a high maintenance woman gives herself a simple and clear plan for the next day so that she doesn't overwhelm herself. She knows her capabilities, she knows what she would love to get done, but she also knows what she's likely to get done, and knowing the difference between those two is key to having a good day. And finally, habit number 10 is having an evening uniform ritual, and by that I mean it could be things that signify the end of the day to you. It can be brushing your hair, it could be applying some lip balm, hand cream, putting your phone on charge away from the bed so you don't spend the night doom scrolling. It could be taking a lint roller to your pyjamas or your dressing gown, or fluffing up the bedding. That's what I love to do. I love to fluff my pillows, my blankets before going to sleep. And this habit is just, again, it's a sequence of tasks, if you will, that you're doing that signals that you're important enough to be taken care of properly, even at home. And remember, you don't need a perfect life and you don't need money to be soft and high maintenance. All you need is structure and standards. So pick one of these habits, start tonight and repeat until it feels natural. That's how you move your life forward. That's how you have the glow up that will stick. If you like this kind of quietly glamorous practical content, then subscribe for more and I'll keep making more of these videos. And if you want a whole guide of evening rituals that you can actually stick to, I'll link my mini book below that is full of things like this that you can actually do and stick to. Until next time.